the subtle changes in the genders and the reason for it. But before I continue, share to like, follow, share, comment. I'm trying to create a community of world thinkers and I would like for you to be a part of it. So, we have all noticed the subtle changes in men and women. Men have become a bit more docile, women have become a bit more aggressive, women are actively seeking, or rather, some women are rather are actively seeking to be single mothers, some fathers or some men are actively trying to get away from the responsibilities as fathers. All of these are changes we have observed and are being compounded on each other, which are creating this poisonous gender war that we have going on. But the question is, why is it? Why are we having these issues? And this is where I come in and share my thoughts because again, this is my page, this is my channel. It's called K Thoughts. I am K. These are my thoughts. I'm gonna give you my little theory. It may come off a bit cook pops, but hey, hear me out and share your thoughts in the comment section. In the wild, we observe some creatures developing thicker fur, if not to try and survive from predators, or even to survive in winter. We have observed some animals developing the ability to be a bit more agile, again, to get away from predators, while we have observed some animals developing thicker or sharper canines in an attempt to penetrate the thicker fur of the previous animal. Some animals developing the ability to climb trees, again, to catch the creatures that have become a bit more agile. While some plants and some animals have developed poison, which is a defensive mechanism which would have, what they were once preys, would have now turned them into predators, made them into apex predators because predators no longer hunt them and preys, which would normally be too much for them, are now at their mercy. So, are we observing a similar thing in human society? I believe yes. Because for centuries, for thousands of years, we have seen where men were the dominant gender. Males were the ones that went out and work, and women would stay in and cook and nurture children. But now we live in a society and an economy where it requires both the man and the woman to go out and work, which this now enables women to have a fair and equal say in the running of the household and the winning of the bread, as I would put it. And this has enabled women to be more. We see where education is more of the deciding factor in our current day society, and it's less about your physical might. Men have the edge as it relates to physical might. However, as it relates to education, we have seen where women have been dominating that field. So yes, we have been observing subtle changes in the gender roles, and this is because women are outpacing men in the educational field, aka they are being hired at more qualified jobs and aka being paid more, and they are leveling the playing field as it relates to men. Men are afraid of being labeled as a predator in this current day and age, as the laws are stricter as it relates to men, because these laws had to be put in place because men are the more aggressive, or were the more aggressive and more physically dominant species. So to combat that, laws and regulations are put in place to balance the scales. Now the scales have been balanced and are being tipped in the favor of women. Is this a bad or a good thing? That is something that can be argued. I personally don't have an issue with it. However, at the end of the day, we need balance and not dominance.